All right, time for our wrestling segment here. This is very exciting. Got the guys from another wrestling podcast here. Jonathan Benjamin, Steve Credo. How are you guys?
Going great, Tig. How's it going?
Good. What's happening, man?
Not much. We're getting ready for WrestleMania, right, Jonathan?
It's that time of year again.
I mean, this is my Super Bowl weekend. This is our Super Bowl weekend.
This is my Christmas.
This is awesome. WrestleMania 31. Where's it happening now? What's the details on the venue?
Happening down in California, Levi Stadium. It's
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, yeah.
And how many people are expected?
I would say, I think the last they said like around 60,000.
I think it's sold out, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's definitely sold out.
Going to be an awesome event. We're going to get back to that in a minute, of course. Another wrestling podcast. We had you guys at the Man Show earlier this year. That was a lot of fun. How are you guys doing? I know you're getting a lot of great guests on.
Yeah, it's great. Today, if you guys head on over to anotherwrestlingpodcast.com, we just have an interview up with TNA Knockout, former WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James. So she joined us this week.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great interview. There's the whole controversy about giving divas a chance right now, so we get into that a little bit. We also have a WrestleMania show that's going to be...
Yeah, we're going to be breaking the news tonight, so if you guys tune into us, we're over Facebook, facebook.com/anotherwrestlingpodcast, or on Twitter, @WrestlingPod. Just go to anotherwrestlingpodcast.com. We're going to have a special WrestleMania show this weekend. We're not going to announce the guests yet, but we're going to announce it later on. So it's going to be an action-packed show for us. I mean...
Come on. You can tell them that you have Brock Lesnar and Sting as special guests on it.
Yeah, possibly Brock Lesnar and Sting, but you never know, so you got to tune in to find out.
All right, let's talk about, of course, the big week leading up to WrestleMania and the weekend, the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Hall of Fame's tomorrow night on the WWE Network. You guys don't want to miss it. I mean, this is the Macho Man. The Macho Man's going into the Hall of Fame. It's about time, right?
Ooh, yeah.
It is about time, too. And will Lanny Poffo...
That's right.
Will the genius be there on hand?
I don't know. We had exclusives with him. We talked to him about where it was an exclusive we got from him on our show about him going in and how we, the first time his mom talked about the Macho Man on the new DVD they released. We talked to him after they announced the Macho Man going into the Hall of Fame. He's excited. He's going to be in town, but I think... Hulk Hogan's going to be inducting him, even though I think a lot of the fans want to see his brother talk about him. But we don't know. We won't know until tomorrow, but it's one of those things you got to tune in to find out, I guess.
A lot of people behind the scenes talking about that. They'll say that Hulk Hogan hated Randy Savage. What's your feeling on that?
I think that it was a time when those guys were it. Like, you had Warrior, you had Hogan, and you had Macho Man, and I think that there was a lot of animosity.
Mega powers.
Oh, it was crazy back then. So I think that a lot of the people... I'm sure Hogan had some trouble with Macho Man. I'm sure Macho Man had some trouble with Hogan. But like Lanny told us, he just wants to put it all behind him. He's happy that Hogan is inducting him. So if it's good enough for Lanny, it's good enough for me.
There you go.
I was reading an article about a Ultimate Warrior statue that was unveiled this week.
Yeah, just
more details on that?
Yeah, well, they released the Andre the Giant statue last year.
29.
WrestleMania 29, when we were down here in Jersey for it. Now this year they... So, Warrior passed away almost 1 year ago to the week, and so they released the statue in his honor. It's going to be at Access all weekend, so the fans can get pictures with it and see it. So,
and the young kid getting the award, the Ultimate Warrior award,
Connor the Crusher. Yeah, that is a huge thing. If you got to see it, he was there last year, and you kind of saw his journey. It's amazing to see this young kid and how everybody kind of just. Flocked around him, and I think
pretty much how pro wrestling pretty much helped this kid.
Cancer, right?
Yeah, and
young
it was
Connor
just one thing
cancer.
that he loved so much, and helped him get through his tough time. So it's one of those things that, pro wrestling can change somebody's life, and that's what it did with him, and that's why it's such a special moment for the kid.
A lot going on for WrestleMania. Let's talk about some key matchups. I want to talk about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Who's going to win that, guys?
I'm going for Axelmania. Curtis Axel. He's also the son of Mr. Perfect, if you guys didn't know that. I'm picking Axelmania, Jonathan.
I'm going dark horse here. I'm saying that it is going to be a returning Sheamus. My brother from another mother,
okay.
Sheamus, is going to win the Battle Royal.
I could also. I'm going to go with Curtis Axel. I love the gimmick, the whole Axelmania thing. He's very cool. Was a big Mr. Perfect fan myself too. So I'm going to go with Curtis Axel. We'll see what happens with that. Let's talk about. Two wrestlers I'm not big fans of. Never was a big Undertaker guy. I am not a Bray Wyatt fan. I am sorry, guys. Not a fan at all. They're calling him the new face of fear. I don't see it. I know you guys are fans, I believe, of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I mean, The Undertaker hasn't made an appearance since last WrestleMania. No one's seen him. He hasn't been back for a match at all. So WrestleMania is the time to see The Undertaker. And we don't know if he's gonna make it or not. I don't know. I want Bray Wyatt to win, though. I want Bray Wyatt to be the new face of fear. So I don't know, Jonathan.
How about you, Jonathan?
Yeah, Bray is 0-1 at Mania now, and now Taker's obviously 21-1. But if Bray doesn't pull this out, then I don't know where he goes from here. I think that Bray is got a great future, and I really want to see him
hang up the boots, Taker.
Yeah, I want to see him take out the Taker.
Time for Undertaker to retire.
Yeah.
Well, I will agree with you guys on that one. I will. Let's talk Intercontinental title.
Yes.
The participants.
Yes.
Let's name those participants.
Yes.
You got them for me?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, Stardust, Luke Harper, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose. There's 2 more there.
Who are we leaving out, guys?
Oh, man. Put me on the spot.
You got Ziggler, right?
Yeah, Ziggler and the last one.
He must not be important.
Wade Barrett. The
okay.
Axel
There you go.
I'm trying to picture us in the head of the match, but all I can think of is yes, yes, yes. I mean, Daniel Bryan, I personally feel, has to win it. He won the championships last year. He was main eventing WrestleMania. He beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista last year, and now he's in the IC title run. And I don't know why, but I think he has to pull it off and win it.
I'm going Ziggler. I am a big Dolph Ziggler fan, and it's time that he shines at WrestleMania. So.
I'm with you, Jonathan. Great wrestler. He's held the title before.
Yep.
I think he deserves to have it again. So Dolph Ziggler for me too. Let's move on to what do we have? Oh, Triple H versus Sting. I am psyched about this. I'm going with Sting.
This is what WrestleMania is all about. I mean, granted, these guys may be up in age, but that's not the point. This is WrestleMania. Anything can happen. This is the WrestleMania moment you don't want to miss. If you got to go take that bathroom break, don't take it during this match because it's history in the making. It's Sting's first match in a WWE ring and his first appearance, and it's WrestleMania.
It's going to be amazing. He's got to win this one, I would say.
I would say, yeah.
I think so. Triple H, rather, he's got an 8-10 record, and Sting's 0-0 right now. So I want to see Triple H. I want to see him win, but I think that it's going to be Sting.
Okay, and the WWE heavyweight title match, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. It was just announced the other day Brock Lesnar has pretty much retired from UFC.
Yeah,
he's not going to be doing that.
He's done, doing those really big fights. And I think he's happier in the WWE. And I think Vince McMahon's pocket is probably not as happy for paying for Brock for the next 3 years. But I mean, it's a good place. I mean, the fans are starting to come around, and I think actually get behind Brock Lesnar because they just don't want Roman Reigns to be the champion yet, and they kind of want to see the Beast incarnate take over.
Listen, Brock has got a boatload of cash, a hot wife, and the WWE Championship. I mean, there's no way that he's leaving WrestleMania without that title.
And he's got Paul Heyman, who's one of the best workers on the mic. I mean, that guy is awesome. Got to go with Brock Lesnar, in my opinion, and can't wait for that matchup. It's going to be awesome. Of course, he just re-signed with WWE, and I just don't see Roman Reigns defeating Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar is that new, that spectacle that you want to see, like Andre the Giant was. He's the new guy that you want to see at WrestleMania. He comes around once in a while, but he's the champion, and he puts the butts in the seats pretty much. So, I mean, he's somebody you kind of want to see be dominant for a while and be the champion.
And he said it himself. He's got a part-time job with full-time pay.
Absolutely.
That's what I want.
Yes.
If I could come in here 2-3 days a week, that would be fantastic.
The Brock Lesnar contract. That's it.
That's it. WrestleMania 31. It's happening this weekend, California. We're excited about it. Thank you guys for stopping by. Jonathon Benjamin, Steve Credo.
Thanks for having
Another
us.
plug for Another Wrestling Podcast, the website.
Yeah, guys, AnotherWrestlingPodcast.com. You'll find all of our links. Subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher. We're everywhere. So look for Another Wrestling Podcast when you want to listen to something fun.
And on Facebook, the Marks page.
Oh, yeah, guys. Facebook.com/groups/Pro Wrestling Marks. You can go to marksforlife.net. A bunch of marks who are wrestling fans, that's what marks are for all those people listening, come together in the Hudson Valley, and we put them all in one spot, and we write about wrestling, talk about wrestling, and we have our podcast and a lot of other fun stuff, so check it out.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Looking forward to it. Our Super Bowl this weekend, WrestleMania. It's going to be awesome. Thanks, guys.